Hello, my American brothers and sisters. My name is Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. That includes every last one of you. My concern as an individual on this earth at this date and at this time is to make sure that you, the people, recognize the kind of life that was designed for you from the beginning of time, that you might know that there's a power that you cannot see that is responsible for the existence of this earth and all of the things that happens within this earth, on this earth, above this earth. And we as human beings have nothing to do with it. All of that I consider is a power and an invisible power that we can't see, and I call it God. I also look at the existence of human beings on the face of the earth, and I associate that with the earth. And I say that we exist by that same power. And by that same power, the protection for our existence here was also designed. And if we don't have it, it's because we've been deceived and lied and cheated. And I want to talk to you specifically. But tonight and today, I want to address those, my brothers and sisters, here in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul, and in neighboring towns. This crime, this violence that we are perpetrating against one another, we have to stop that. We must stop that. It is an expression of how we have been programmed to respond to the injustices that we have to experience every day. But what we should know is that it is an injustice that pushes us to do these kinds of things. And we, by doing certain things to one another, we're not going to end the injustices. We must come together as a brother, as a sister, and tell the powers that be. We recognize that what is going on. And we also understand now the truth is being told to us that all of our needs, wants, and desires are to be met. And any system of government that denies that is working against we the people, and we're not going to take it. So you go there, you tell your mayor, your town council, that these problems that you have, they say they want to be elitists, address them. When they can't, ask them to join with you as you go to the state government and take your same problem just as you took it to the city, to the state. And as this governor and those legislators resolve these problems, and when they tell you that they cannot do it, then all of the cities, all of the states take it to your federal level. And you take that same problem that you took to your mayor, and you give the responsibility to them. And if they can do it, great. If they can't, then what does that leave? That leaves you in a system of government that says what you have that causes all this lying and cheating and crimes and violence is going to continue. Except you, the people, have a choice. You can say, well, we're going to take our faith out of what you, your leadership, have done, especially when you think about what happened in the United States of America. When you think about how that leadership was able to walk all over you, the laws that you have designed and had leadership to design to protect you. These guys walked all over you, from the man, the president of the United States, who came in being as hateful as he could possibly be. You've never seen that kind of hatred put public in the United States of America. But now you did. And you saw a political party, Republican Party. Many of his leadership had stood there and called this man a devil. And yet they went along and approved everything that he was doing, indicating he is a devil. He had the power to change their minds. You saw these legislators, these senators who had said this most evil thing about this man, stand up and switch it around as if they hadn't said a thing. And with the same authority, they said they were for you. And now they still were for you. And you, the people, have spoken just like you did in the House. You said you would impeach this man. And that Senate, with all of that power of evil that came out of this man that had attached itself to them, went along and said, okay, we're going to pass it up. We need our devil. And then you took it to the people of the United States of America. And the people of the United States of America, by the number of millions, said, we don't want this devil. And now this devil has stacked the court, stacked the system, saying that, put all these lies about what's going to happen, because he anticipated that he might lose. But he knew that he would feed the kind of lies within the system. If he feeded the kind of lies within the system, then when that time came when he lost, he would have caused confusion. And now what he has stacked up to protect him, to back him up, he's calling on them. And all of the decent people within the system knows what's going to happen. So they stand up and say, we don't have anything to do with this evil man. We don't want to have anything to do with this evil act. And if you don't, and he asks you to, he fires you. Right away, fires you. I don't need that. I need the evil people. In America, this is what they are asking you. Minnesota, this is what they're asking you. Minneapolis, this is what they're asking you. Detroit, this is what they ask you to put up with. New Jersey, New York, this is what they're asking you. Atlanta, this is what they're asking you. Philadelphia, this is what they're asking you to put up with. All of America, this is what they're asking you to put up with. And the cameras of the world are watching everything that we're doing right now. They're going to see evil conquer America, or the people of America rise up, not by the power of a gun. That's the devil's way. That's the evil's way. But let us stand up and do the right thing. And right now we've got Biden. He's trying to do the right things. He's talking about the right thing, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough to stand up against evil. This evil is trying to conquer you. So you got to give America the best that America has. And that's to make sure that nobody in this country suffers because of a lack of food, clothing, shelter, or education. Not a single soul. And that everybody in this country that is able to play a part in the participation of creating all of the sources that we, the people, determine that we need. We get a career of our own choosing that gives us our greatest joy. And every last one of us will be able to engage ourselves in the process that makes America beautiful, that makes America shine, not like a light on the hill, but like the sun in the sky. And the world can say, that's what we've been looking for. That's what's been hidden from us. Ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you these kinds of things, don't you think that I think that the news media should be saying this to you, saying there's a man somewhere that says he knows that he has the answer to these prayers. Don't you think I expect them to be telling the world, somebody in America, in Minnesota, in Woodbury, are saying they got the answers to the most social of our evil socials of our problems? Are they? Are they saying anything to you? No, but every lie that they are telling you, every lie that the evil ones are telling you, they're propping you up with it, with no answers, with no solutions. They're just feeding you with this evil stuff, messing up your mind, messing up your heart, and causing you to lie and cheat and steal and go out there. What's their answers? Bring the police in, add more police, don't defund the police. We need the police to protect us rather than doing the right thing. And my goodness, my gracious. Well, poverty is one of the main reasons we have all the crimes in our cities. And until people decide that poverty must go, all this crime and stuff is just going to increase. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that I have spoken on euthanasia because there's a lot of pain in the world. People suffering from sicknesses and diseases that they don't wish to continue suffering too. And if they had the authority and it didn't cause any additional pains, they would easily take themselves out of this life. Because with that kind of pain, knowing that you got to go anyway one day, is no better than at the time when you are in danger. And so I personally advocate that as you can take your pet to the doctor and say, can't do anything for him, and they'll allow you to put a little needle in his heel back there somewhere. Next thing you know, the little pet is in pet heaven. But you got to sit there and scream and scream and scream. And the people within the system think that they're protecting you, because if they didn't have that protection there, that perhaps doctors and stuff would just kill you. And if you have a system set up where there's no way to make any money out of your living, then it'd just be an easy way to get you out of the world. But then again, we say if you're doing the right things, you see, I'm talking about doing the right things, where people have the ability to exercise, well, I'm not going to go into that again, but the things that I just spoke to you there before answers that problem, answers that question. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I just heard that the president this morning, or the outgoing president, the one that represents evil in America, is trying to call all forth those little evil branches that he's thrown out there to see if he can protect him. But I'm hoping that the American people will call on the existing powers who coming into to be representative of the highest order to defeat this evil, and that we, the people, become just what I just advocated. So, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. This is Eddie Marcus again saying goodbye.